Hi everybody, it's Linda. I am back to quickly flip through 2 fall journals that I made that are going into my Etsy shop, Joyful Makes and Finds. As soon as you're seeing this, they should be there. So they are different. So I'll go through one and then go through the other. This one we'll start with is made from a Reader's Digest condensed book, which I love. They're my favorite probably to make journals from because the size is just so perfect. So I have covered the spine with some fall flannel plaid fabric. The cover itself is this beautiful pattern with little flowers and brown and rust. And I have book corners. This is a digital from Louise Heinzel. I think it's Tea Bag Birds, may be the name of it, but I will credit all the digitals in the description box. And it's a little tag, and I have a little fall plaid topper on it, and then it's backed with a little bit of Liberty of London, kind of an aqua to bring out the beautiful color in the bird. It has a hitch post with a hair tie, and attached to it are some fall dangles. There's a little beaded dangle with a crystal that I made, and an acorn and a mushroom. Okay, so let me get centered here and open it up and take a look. Okay. So in this front pocket here, which is made from that fall plaid, I have a little library card, some pretty fall scrapbook paper, and I made this handmade tag. This is a little Kathy Holden image from a sticker book, and just a little fun metal dangle here, and journal on the back. It's very lightly stenciled. Little pocket here with one of Louise Heinzel's digitals. Little stamp image and a little metal leaf. Some coffee dyed paper. Again, this is part of the Louise Heinzel, I believe it's Tea Bag Birds, but as I said, it'll be in the description box. This is a little tuck here that I have just a coffee stained index card in for journaling. And then this is a little paper sack also that has this little cute little tag in it. This little guy in his Daniel Boone skin cap. I love that. And some little Tim Holtz people there. This is a page from a tile book that has artistic tiles from around the world, and I found a couple of pages that had some really pretty fall type colors and motifs. Page from a very vintage music book, and I did reinforce the spine of that music page with some washi tape. This is a little ephemera booklet that actually my sister made some of these for me, and it goes apart this way. I just added some blank tags there for journaling and doing some of your own decorating. And it could be attached as a pocket or a tuck, but I opted just to clip it in there so that you could use it however you'd like, even outside of the journal. This is actually, we redid our patio with pavers, and these were, this was a concrete color sample, and I saved the booklet and thought it would be great for fall journals. Some vintage ledger, coffee dyed paper, children's penmanship paper, a little bit of stenciling here, and this is the center of the signature. And I beaded, actually they're not beads, they're charms, a little acorn and a vintage button and little leaf charm. And this signature I tied in with rust color ties. Here's a fabric flip with some really pretty Liberty of London fabric, a very vintage button, and a leaf fabric and that pretty fall plaid. This is that tile book with the pretty colored tiles. This is a little index card, journaling card that I made, and it just made a little cluster in the corner here with a vintage stamp and some other little elements, a little bit of coffee staining. And so this, as was the other page, it's a tuck and a pocket. This owl and another little fall tag. Okay. Louise Heinzel's digital. This is, to me, one of the prettiest digitals out there. I just absolutely love it. This is a handmade tag here with a pocket and another little journaling card tucked inside of it. This is between the two signatures. This is a little booklet that I made using a piece of embossed. It was actually an embossed large index card, to be precise. And I just tucked a couple of pieces of fall ephemera in the pocket and created a little notebook in the center with some various papers, and the front and back each have pockets with a little ephemera in there. So just a little add-on with a little cluster here with a mushroom. Beautiful digital little Project Life card that says Cozy Autumn Days. This is yet another digital that I will credit. Coffee dyed paper. This is a page from a vintage book, children's book about fall, chipmunks. It's a little paper bag here that has a flower, and inside I have a vintage blank recipe card. So you could hold a whole lot of recipe cards for fall in here with your recipes you'd like to try. This is some vintage Japanese origami paper, and I made this little deer tag from a digital. Some writing paper. There's a lot of room for writing in here. This is a piece of, or a page from a vintage dictionary that's been stenciled a little bit. The center here, there's a little pocket. This is a little vintage tally card, little tally booklet in a pocket. This is the center of the second signature, and there's a little squirrel charm and another little button with little leaf charm on there. There's a little tag attached here with a paper clip. This is a very vintage, current Post-it note, and I do have some gold seals that I forgot to put in the pocket, but I will clip the little gold seal onto this. These were probably from the 70s, I would guess, maybe the early 80s, I don't know. I used to send a lot of these when I was a little girl and I had pen pals. Let's see. Cute little chipmunk there. I think it's a mouse. Sorry, that's not a chipmunk. Okay, and then the other side of this paper bag has little tea from me. I always like to include a little tea bag. And this guy says, it's a little owl matchbook, and it says, "You had me at pumpkin spice, and inside is some pumpkin spice decaf tea bag. So I thought that would be a fun little thing for the fall journals. It goes in this little bag here, and then I just had a paper clip holding that in for now. Okay. This is the other side of the children's book page. Now there's the chipmunk. This is a belly band made from this, oh my goodness, I love this fall trim. I had found it at an estate sale, and I used a bit of it for a belly band here, and then I just made this little collage, sorry, put that right up in your face, didn't I? Little collaged card, journaling card with one of my favorite little rubber stamps and some vintage trim. And journaling card here. Beautiful fall trees. And then in the very back pocket is a fall themed bird note card with the envelope so that you can send it to a friend or use it for journaling or whatever you'd like. You see the back pocket here. And this would be it. This is the back cover. And as I said, it closes just with this little Tim Holtz hitching post here and a little few dangles. So this is my fall journal, number 1. And then I made another one. This one's pretty interesting also. Similar, I use the same digitals and such, and a similar design on the cover. This one, I'm going to tell you, is made from a gift bag. It's a gift envelope, actually, that I received when I ordered a package of mulberry paper from Amazon, and it came in this beautiful envelope that I used to make this journal. And I covered the spine in some very old lace. Again, there's another little Louise Heinzel bird. This is some Kathy Holden stamped fabric, some very old bark cloth, little bit of Liberty of London, and this one ties with some sari silk ties. So when I open it up here, I'll show you how this was an envelope. This is the gusset, or the bottom of the envelope, and I don't know if I'm centered, I apologize, there we go. And then this is the back big flap of the envelope. And I thought about putting a magnetic closure or some type of closure here, but I thought I would leave that up to whoever has this journal. You can do one of those wraparound style, you could do a magnet, you could leave it open, but I wanted to leave that option flexible for you. So let's go back to the front cover and get in the center here. And this is another, it's one of the large index cards that I made into a little booklet. I embossed it and made a little collage on the front, a little notebook in the center, and there are pockets on the front and back, and they each have a little fall tag in there. So this one's just tucked right in here in that front. This is some scrapbook paper. This is another one of the vintage current little post-it letters, and it'll come with the little gold seal. I just have to remember to tuck them in there. This is a handmade tag with the Kathy Holden sticker and the little metal dangle, metal and chipboard collaged dangle. And this goes right inside of this half pocket here that is Japanese origami paper. Scrapbook paper, and then this is a fabric collage, or I'm sorry, a fabric flip. Vintage music paper. This is a page from a vintage book. It's got a really pretty fall scene and poem there. This is a page from a gardening book that has how to dry flowers there. This is a page from that tile book that I was talking about in the last journal, and I just love the fall colors and motifs here. Page of vintage stationery. Lots of writing room there. This is one of Louise Heinzel's digitals. Similar little bag tuck here with a handmade tag in there and a coffee dyed index card tucked in for journaling. Paper bag has vintage recipe card in there. This is, oh, how cute is he, this little raccoon. And he opens up like a little booklet for journaling. I love him. And this little tuck spot this is a digital as well that I'll credit. A large fold-out ledger for journaling. Mulberry paper. This is the mulberry paper that I got that came inside of this beautiful gift bag. I took a very large doily and folded it and created a pocket, and inside is this sweet little bunny journal card. Well, it's actually a pretty large journal card, but it goes inside of here. Go. A page from a vintage nature book. This is a little card that my sister made that I almost didn't put in this journal because I just love it so much. This adorable little image rubber stamp. She used some cross-stitch fabric here and little zigzag across the top. Is that precious? And this is the center of the signatures, and there is a squirrel charm and an acorn. This is just a little stiff fabric square that I thought was pretty. I just clipped it there. You can do with that whatever you'd like. Here's the other side of the doily pocket and another little collaged card that I created, a little simple journaling card there. Sorry. It is, of course, it slides in there actually pretty well, but because I'm filming, it's gonna be fiddly. That's my Murphy's Law. Okay. And then this is a digital, and this is yet another one of those little ephemera pieces that my sister made. That is the booklet. I'm gonna go ahead and open it in case you don't watch both of the video flip-throughs and just see one. And the pattern paper is different here too. So I just love these. Okay, so I just clipped it on again so it can be removed or it can be glued on and used as a tuck or a pocket. And this is just a little journaling card here made from a book page on this double-sided tuck. And here is another little journal card that I made, just collaged paper and some Tim Holtz elements. Little paper bag here that has the You Had Me at Pumpkin Spice little matchbook with the decaf pumpkin spice tea bag in there. There is always a tea bag in all of my journals. That's one thing I've done since I started making them. And I don't drink tea. I'm actually a coffee drinker. I do drink. I take that back. I do drink chai tea or decaf, or I'm sorry, pumpkin spice tea. But typically, I'm not a tea drinker. I prefer coffee. Little handmade tag there. My sister might have made this one. I can't remember. And it is in this little, there's a pocket here, and it's also a tuck. There's nothing tucked behind it. but you certainly could tuck some writing paper or another piece of ephemera behind that. This is vintage stationery. My words don't want to come out all of a sudden. Oh, I love this tag. This house with these boys. And this is a vinyl pocket that came in an Etsy order. And it was already sewn with this little strip of fabric, so I thought it would be a perfect little way to display this tag. Another little poem about September on some September day. Vintage music paper. This is a belly band made from some wonderful vintage trim and a little digital journaling card with a Tim Holtz butterfly. Oh, this is a little, I forgot to put something in here. This is a little pocket here, little side pocket. So another journal card or project life card or a small tag would fit right in there. And in the back page, there is this little note card with the fall foliage and the birds and the bird feeder. I love that. It comes with the envelope. And then, as I said, this back is a very large envelope. And I did line the spine. I put some Tyvek in the spine to really make this sturdy. But this envelope can be used for lots of journaling or memorabilia or photos or whatever. You could even tuck fall leaves or anything in there. So this is, and this journal, I'm going to grab a, I do need to measure this for you because it is quite a bit bigger than the Reader's Digest journal. This one is 9 3/4 by 6 1/4, and the Reader's Digest is 5 1/2 by 7 1/4. So you can see as with one sitting on top of the other that this journal is quite a bit bigger. And I'll have the number of pages and such in each of them in the description box and also in the Etsy listing. So if you're interested in finding out more about either of these journals, they are available for purchase in my Etsy shop, which is JoyfulMakesAndFinds. So I appreciate you taking time to watch this little flip through. If you enjoyed looking at the journals, please leave me a like and hit the subscribe button. All of those things really help my little channel. And I have so much more to share with you. I have more journal flip throughs. I'm going to be putting about 7 or 8 journals, different journals, into my shop. So I'm really excited. So you're going to see several videos here back to back over the next few days. So I look forward to sharing with you. I have gratitude journals. I have some prayer folios, which are a brand new thing. And also I have 2 coffee journals that are coming. So, and on the tails of those, no pun intended, I have a squirrel journal and an owl journal that will be coming. So lots of journals coming your way. I'm really excited. I love fall. It's finally September, and I am excited for all that the fall will bring and the beautiful foliage and all of that. So anyway, I hope you're doing well. I look forward to seeing you soon. Come visit me at my Etsy shop, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.